Sometimes you can't be funky fresh all the time. Or any of the time. You know, maybe that's more accurate, I guess. I don't know if I am ever funky fresh. I'd like to say I'm fresh in, like, the 90s slang way of, like, fresh, I think. I don't know. That's obviously before me. That's not, you know, the era we live in anymore. How many secret sneakies are there in here, huh? None? I mean, there's something going on there. Oh, no, that's just the lava flow. But that looks like a deliberate... Yeah! Don't tell me I don't know my Nintendo. That's how you start coming back from a break. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Now I can go back to where the secret was I found earlier. I just need to remember which side of the cave it's on. Kill! Okay, so obviously it's over there. Huh? It is in the tornado. I would never have noticed that. I never would have noticed that. Thank you, Pauline. I probably would have noticed the sound effect. The sound effect is actually quite obvious. It's kind of funky they have idle animations for these forms that have, like, limited times of being in. Also, look at her jamming! She's jamming! The best Pauline jam so far. Actually based. Actually amazing. I do kind of need to generationally have Elephant be one of my favorites because Elephant is my mum's favorite animal. Or used to be my mum's favorite animal. Now, so it used to be, in my mind, our, like, family animal if it wasn't a cat. Because, like, how many people's family animal is a cat, right? Am I aiming? I'm gyro aiming right now. The gyro aim is always so slick, sometimes I don't realize I'm doing it. It's so funny. It used to be elephants, because my mum loves elephants. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Now, it's tortoises, because we have a family tortoise. I've talked about it before. We have a tortoise that stayed in the family. Been taken care of by multiple generations in the family. I've talked about before how if my family had a crest or coat of arms, it would be a tortoise. Family animal's a swan. That's a good one. Very, very queenly. I do think, you know, a family needs a family animal. There's such joy in that. It's like having a favorite color. There's some people who go, oh, I don't have a favorite color, that's childish. Fuck off. Honestly. I'm about to be childish about people who don't have a favorite color. How am I meant to trust someone who doesn't have a favorite color, you know? Who doesn't find a little bit of joy and whimsy in a color that they appreciate? It's the same thing. But not exactly the same thing, because of course I wouldn't say, rather I would go, oh, well, what would you think your family animal would be, you know? Rather than saying, you're not having one. Unless someone was like an asshole. If I asked someone about their family animal and they were like, no, that's stupid. No one should have a family animal. That's not a thing. Then I might be unwise to them. I might be unwise to them about that. I might be. Did I get them all? I missed the first one. No, I didn't. I got them all. Fossil. I can't do both at once. I do a flip? You do a flip. That's sick. I can't do both at once, though. I guess I'm just gonna take the damage, I think. That said, I want more fossils. I mean, there's one right there. I don't have enough Banenergy? Okay, I was wondering how to use mango juice. It just works like that. That's great. Thank you for just working. Thank you for just working, honestly. Eight favorite colors is also valid. I think if it's like, oh, what color do you like? And then you like multiple colors and have like reasons and passion in your heart for it, like, yeah, we might give you a little shit if you say, bro can't handle, can't choose one color, but also, you know, screw it. Because obviously mine is forest green, and then deep purple is I appreciate deep purple. That's not my favorite. I quite like dark blues at the moment. I do quite like dark blues. Because here's the thing, you are allowed to change your favorite color over time. People, if I am to be the authority on people having favorite colors, which I think I should be. I shaved his down! Ozempic, dude! Ozempic Fractone. I think as a character designer, I typically like to give characters I design accent colors. I mean, it's just a thing you should do if you're a designer, is give your characters accent colors. But then if it's a character I'm really enjoying, like I'm a character I'm role-playing as, I'm quite likely to enjoy that color a lot more at the time, you know? Like if I'm doing I don't know, when we're doing Richard Doomps and his color is like royal purple, obviously I'm into the royal purple. And the royal purple gold combination. Sometimes accent color is a pair of combos. I like the fractone. I inhaled the fractone.
It's way too hot.
I you know when you like kind of swallow something wrong and it goes down your windpipe, and then I guess it's just in your lungs forever.
So nice right now.
That's what we did. So then we have a fractone chunk in our lungs that's in there. What happens to all the things that DK swallows in
Just what we needed.
in elephant form, but then turns back into a monkey? That's my question. To the kids at home. There's an elephant there. I mean, I need to see what's in that elephant. Actually, no, we went under it. We know what's in the elephant. We went under it. I realize that the roads are safe. I actually fully realize that now, but I'm still... oh, disregarding it, I guess. It's this guy. I nearly forgot that you were a thing. Okay, this form is very good because it lets me just spam throws, which, if you remember me playing like God of War, is obviously my favorite thing. If a game isn't based around throwing, but has like a throw or a similar ranged mechanic as an optional thing, I'm gonna spam that shit. It's getting more and more fucked up. Punished bat. Yeah, the most unfortunate thing, as we referenced earlier, is the bats are made of a white, sticky, gooey substance. Which is just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate, ultimately. It's glue. Oh, they've got different outfits on down here. Is it cold down here? No way. There's lava down here. Two. Oh, the Bluster Wing is like a... They referenced their legendary songbird before. It's a bird? It's clearly a bat. That's definitely a bath road, you're right. This is definitely a bath road. Is this... It's like a... It's a spa! Look! We're in a spa. I'm glad I didn't just die doing that. That's certainly gonna work eventually, right? Find my friends. Yeah. Find my 7 pages, and you too will finally find out what it's like to be Girl Slender. Slenderina. Shout out to the Slender game when they finally released like a full game and it had a Slender's hot waifu who is just obsessed with him. Not to be confused with the other game made by a different guy where you deal with the wife of Slender who is just called Granny and their like granddaughter who is also evil. Because obviously, I mean, a man's evil. Oh, hello, Cranky. He's pogged. At least Granddad. Well, speaking of evil Granddad, at least he's still willing to like give out some stuff. Also, big old zone again. Ooh, a ladder. We already have the Banaza form, so there's no real reason not to explore. Pachyderm's Nirvana. You are correct in using the term pachyderm. Give me the shit, man! Give me the shit! Oh, fuck. Can I suck these? I can suck these. I was made for this. Pogging out of their mind, that is how I am with all these suction-based puzzles. I genuinely just wish the whole game was this. And it could be in our hearts and minds. Yeah, I'm not scared of a little platforming in my platforming game. I'm not scared of a little platforming in my platforming game. Luigi's Mansion, suction-based game, you're right. And you know what? Luigi's Mansion 3 is really, really good. Because I've been thinking about, like, Nintendo games that are two-player to play. Luigi's Mansion 3, two-player. Really, really good. Still my most viewed YouTube video. Because there was a puzzle entity thing called that looked like a pineapple, and I named the video after it, and so many kids were like, I don't know how to get past the pineapple in this level. And they still show up in this video where, I don't know, I was probably talking about, like, dicks most of the time. Like, I don't know what I was talking about, so I never intended any of these videos to go to the wider audience of random children. But yeah, they did. They did. They did. I can't deny that they did. Oh, I see. Well, how am I meant to... Did I screw myself a little bit? Never screw yourself. Look at all those elephants. It must have been really fun to sculpt elephants with this mechanic system. Where's the thing I was looking for? Huh? There's a banana up there. Huh? I wish I knew how to get you. What? That was I'm trying to find a bonus level, and I found a banana by accident. Look, they've got little umbrellas. It's not a bonus level I was looking for. I was looking for this banana all along. This is what I wanted, and it was stuck in the nose of the elephant. Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was. They love statues. They love putting, like, collectibles in funny places in the statues. Okay, third time's the charm. I seriously can't talk about things I could have been talking about in the Luigi's Mansion 3 video. Never mind, I was wrong. There is also a bonus level here. This is the kind of thing I could have been talking about. I can't think about Kellogg's the same way after knowing that the inventor of Kellogg's made them to stop people masturbating. I can't. That has killed their brand for me. I can't go back to Kellogg's. And in the UK, Kellogg's is the main, like, that's the number fucking one. That's breakfast, man. It's varied a bit. My go-to cereal right now, because obviously I'm not meant to eat cereals. They're full of fiber, and then they fortify them with even more fiber. Because fiber's good for you, they say, even though it's explicitly not good for some people. But maybe you're not ready to have that conversation. Maybe the people who make food are not actually mature enough to realize that the food they're making is actively harmful to some people in the population. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. No, man, I make the gluten-free version, but don't make the fiber-free version. No. There's a cereal I found a while ago. This isn't a new discovery. That has such little fiber content because it's made by Nestle. And in the topic of Nestle being really bad at their jobs, it's fibrous with very little, like it's cereals that are obviously meant to be high in fiber with low fiber content because Nestle is bad at their job. But it means that I can eat it. It's the Kit Kat cereal in the UK. Okay, I'm just gonna suck you to death. I'm just gonna suck you to death. It's fine. You'll recover.
Found you.
That's how we solve the problem. That's how we solve the problem! It makes it more rebellious. I'd love to say that, but if I eat, like, a brand cereal that's advertised to middle-aged women, I will actually, genuinely, like... I don't want to say I'd be at risk of death. What's like the step before that? I'm not dying, but I'm risking serious bodily harm, I suppose, would be the way of saying it. I'm not gonna eat some cereal and die, but I could get really, really sick and then have a hard time getting unsick for a while, which could be really, really rough. I think part of the reason why I'm doing so not as bad as I could be is just, you know, skipping fiber so early on. Rayman level? Rayman level? Is it Rayman 3 that had these levels? Or 2? I want to say 3? 3! Rayman's so weird because all the games are really different, which used to piss me off until I heard from the creator of Rayman that the literal intent of the Rayman series is just Rayman is a franchise that's meant to provoke the imagination. And I'm like, oh, okay. You can do anything. That's fine. All the games can be a little different. There doesn't need to be, like, continuity or anything. Rayman is just meant to provoke the imagination. That's fine. What the fuck? Oh, it's fine. They're just being badass. Where's the rest of them? It is definitely 2 or 3, because honestly, there are only, like... Rayman 1, old, weird, cringe, and bad, not very good. You do the game by hunting for things and then leave the area while hauling the things back. Nah, man. Rayman 1 sucks. Also, it used to give me nightmares as a kid. Rayman 2, it's the one everyone likes, which kind of makes it a little, like... less fun. You know what I mean? I know I'm a shitler for doing that all the time, but Rayman 2 is the one that everyone shat their pants over. And they re-released like 7 fucking times. So I'm gonna be a little bit of a shitler about that. Rayman 3 is the one that like very few people care about. I knocked off their clothes! Okay, now we need to see if we can do that again. That's huge. Huge tech. Horn game tech. Banned in the UK, banned on itch tech. Huge tech. And then you have Rayman Origins or Rayman Legends, which are both really, really good. But both games are kind of also interchangeable in their being really, really goodness. You know what I mean? Like, they're both quite different, but they're very similar, and they're both the same level of good. Also, they have, they made the fairies have, big bouncy titties, and that is... You know what? I don't hear many people complaining.
Check this out.
Mango Fur goes insanely hard. And then they haven't done anything for a while. And then you have Rayman, you have the Rabbids games, which are like a weird thing because, yes, they're Rayman, the first one is a Rayman game, but it's not. And it never was. It never was really meant to be. It was always meant to be its own thing, and now it's its own thing. And the Rabbids, I only have some respect for the Rabbids games now because, goddamn, the Mario Rabbids games, they're really good. To the point that I'm still fairly, like, upset that, I was trying to stream that second game when we were going through a big, like, downturn in viewers and my health at the same time. So, I just got really burnt out on it and didn't really get to enjoy it as much, which sucks, because it's a really good game. Maybe one day we'll replay it. I remember specifically, there is a level, it's the Ice World in Rayman Rabbids 2, Rabbids 2 I mean, Kingdom Battle 2, whatever. Sparks of Hope! Sparks of Hope. Where it's a puzzle boss fight where you have to push forward against constant wind while also fighting the hardest enemies you've ever encountered, and also if the wind ever hits you, you are knocked back and damaged, and it was way too much. And I got upset. I got upset about it. And it was the kind of thing where, like, because the stream was kind of like very quiet at the time, I just got upset and felt bad and stopped. And I remember specifically, like, being like, oh man, I really want to keep playing this, I really want to keep trying, but it's upsetting me, so what's the point, you know? I wanted to see more of that game, because I don't think we were that far in. We were maybe like 40% through or something. But man. Pitfall and Earthworm Jim?
Did you feel that rumbling? Wait, was that your stomach? Ah! Again! Are you sure there's a storm cloud in your belly? It really sounds...
I was definitely more upset about that because that was also the time where everyone was going, we want to see Rayman, the new Rabbids game, and then, that's a booty. That's a booty! And then I did it, and it was really quiet. And I was like, okay, time to never trust anyone again. Time to go back in my hole. How do I insert myself? Oh, never mind, I was doing it right the first time. Sometimes that's how it is. Turns out, vibe-based economy, don't overthink it. Can never love again. Yeah, exactly. Or like that meme where it's like the little goop in the goo box, and they leave the goo box and they get punched. That's how what it felt like, but instead of a punch, it was a giant stone face blowing me. Oh, okay. Alright. I mean, this is pretty cool. What if I just used my speed-based power-up for this? What if I just platformed over the side? They never should have given me this power. Easiest secret level ever. But that was right before we started the vibe-based economy and streaming a bit less for a while. That's why. That's why. So in short, rabbids are a source of my evil. Here's how the rabbids game affected my career. The rabbids affected my career. I need to suck. Why did I ever think the answer would be anything but sucking, honestly? This is the one you'd want to use if you wanted to destroy the whole level, by the way. So what's this area over here? Oh, it's like a little thing. We were saying before how, oh, I would just destroy the whole level. This is the guy. Also, I love these little, oh, electric patterns on the side of these platforms. Yeah, Rabbids villain origin story, and it wasn't even like I fell in love with the sexy rabbit and ruined my life. Speaking of, you know the scam character AIs that advertise on like YouTube and shit? It's actually particularly funny because the one that advertises on YouTube, for me at least right now, and I really hope they don't say, oh yeah, this YouTube is based on your, they make an advert based on your YouTube search, or based on your likes, your algorithm. But the one that shows up on my YouTube is Lois Griffin. If you don't know, they're like AI. They're basically, you know, we had the AI dungeon before AI became really shit, and it's like, oh, it will lead you through a story and be a DM. Well, this is that, but it will try and play the specific character you want it to play, and some of them let you put in any character, some of them deliberately, like, I don't know, they put in all the things of, I don't know, all the Lara Croft interactions in all the Lara Croft games, and the AI will try and be Lara Croft, right? Honestly, kind of neat. If not for the fact that they're ghoulish and basic, right? Kind of a neat idea, but also it's AI and ghoulish and basic, and also I'm a role player and a writer. If I want to see what Lara Croft is going to say when I tell her I love her, I'm just going to write a fan fiction, you know? It's basically like one-person fan fiction, but even you aren't going to be putting in much effort. Kind of. Sort of. The one that shows up on my YouTube, it's like, hey, do you want to fuck Lois Griffin? What if you were dating Lois Griffin from Family Guy? That's the one that shows up on my YouTube as an advert. And I'm like, that is the funniest one to choose, because who, other than me, I guess, wants to interact with, like, a Lois Griffin AI? Because the idea of the character AI apps that you pay for is, the idea of those ones is that they're trying to scam you into falling in a weird, horrible kind of love with the AI, so that you get addicted to the platform and you keep spending money, you keep spending money, you keep spending money. Reason why I brought it up is because it's become kind of a thing where people are being like, oh, I got addicted to this and it's really bad. And I understand, actually. You know, as a role player and fan fiction writer, I kind of get it. because that can be a very tempting world to explore with like characters you you understand and want to see more of and interact with in a way you want to expand. What the hell? Oh, did you kill my baby? Oh, man. Yeah, but yeah, the algorithm seems to think that I, or someone else, maybe it's not just me, the algorithm is making an advert that says, hey, just so you know, we have a platform where you can flirt with and fuck Lois Griffin as an AI companion. Which is really funny. And really funny that that's an option. I mean, obviously, it's a female character in a popular cartoon. So, obviously, I get it. Easy peasy. I'm kind of surprised not more of these places advertise male characters to a female audience. Because, let's be honest, in my time in the role-playing community, it's always the female folks who are really, really into X character and want to, like, explore stories with them as their OCs. Nearly always. Well, not nearly always. It's just something I've noticed. I think as a market, that's a market. You aim for the lonely ladies writing fanfiction, but I guess most of them are writing fanfiction anyway. They don't need AI. The guys need AI. They're not writing fanfiction. Fanfiction, part of the reason why it's such a fascinating place with fascinating circles, is fanfiction has always been led by the ladies, which is fucking sick. I love how some of the fanfiction sites that are still used today were specifically started in like the ancient era of the TV to write Star Trek Spock fanfiction. Like specifically. I'm not sure if it's Archive of their own. It's one of the big ones. That's why it was made, which is so funny. Boyfriend apps? I guess it's the Uma Musume for girls, the one with the horse boys, you know? I guess that's what. How did I get down here? How do I get out? I guess that's where that came from. The Uma Musume for girls that has the boy horses with the human faces, which is way less based than just saying, you know, here's a horse or a centaur. You know? I don't want a horse with a human face. That's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. But it's become a thing, a topic of discussion amongst some of the internet. What the hell? You give me stuff I can't beat them with. Oh, I sucked the floor away! I love how they coyote time off. That's great. People are getting really addicted to these character AIs, and you know, their social life suffers for it. I guess it's a foreshadowing to what's happening with a lot of other people who they talk to Grok and ChatGPT all the time. It's fucked up. It's kind of fucked up to be enabling it, but you know, it exists. How do I... Have I done everything here? Have I done everything in this bit? I think I have. I see. Like, if you were really into... I guess it doesn't even matter what the character is. The fact that it can roleplay as a character you like is one thing. But just, okay, here is a roleplay partner that will always agree with you and always like you. Fuck, man. That's kind of evil, you know what I mean? Because turns out one of the core things to creating with another human being is sometimes you have different views, and that's kind of the special thing about it. You know, I do fandom roleplays all the time. They're sick and based. And I think they're awesome. But if you were doing it with someone who literally could mechanically never disagree with you or never create anything outside of the strict boundaries of the code, I don't know, that's such a limitation. I remember when the Dungeon AI was a big trend, and we even saw it then. It's like, oh, okay. You gotta remember, this thing has literally, on a mechanical level, has no imagination. It can never really imagine anything new. Which is crazy. Enlarge me. Let's write a chatbot. I have considered the possibility of... Because obviously AI writing, bad, stupid, dumb, bad. As I move forward in life and play around more with the idea of, hey, I might actually write, like, a full novel, right? I say play around with because there's no promise I ever finish anything ever. I'm big boy disabled, and also sometimes it isn't about finishing. Sometimes it's just about making, right? That's how it is with my little game dev projects. I do game dev projects not to make a finished thing, just to enjoy the process of making something, right? And designing something. As I do that more and more, I'm like, God damn, AI writing is awful, because it just misses the joy of writing, which is, you know, I can write in so many voices, I can explore so many things, all that kind of thing. We're not ready to have that conversation, Retro. We're not ready to have that conversation. Not in this Christian stream. But I have considered what it would be like. I am in a great place in my life right now where I have a small couple of people to do writing collaborations with in different ways when we want to, and that's awesome. I love that. But I've considered when AIs was starting to become like a bit better. Well, actually, when they were becoming better, because they haven't gotten any better in the last, like, 2 years, really. What it would be like... I'm sorry, I got hiccups. To feed my writing into an AI bot to make an AI that would collaboratively write with myself in the style of me. And then it's like, no, man! I would probably hate that, right? That would probably be awful. It's the old adage of, like, if you met yourself, you'd probably hate yourself, right? What the hell am I meant to do here? I have no idea. Jesus AI bots? I have never heard of Jesus AI bots. I've seen a lot of extremely cringy Jesus AI art where it's like very fucking political. It's like, oh yeah, here's what Jesus would really have said about this political issue, and it completely supports my views. And it's always white Jesus. I'm just saying. It's always a picture of white Jesus, and it's always a political message that's kind of outdated and far right-leaning, obviously. I didn't know there were Jesus AI chatbots that are trying to be Jesus. That's like some Warhammer shit. Actual sacrilege, I think. Trying to make an AI that simulates Jesus, I think, is actually explicitly against the words of the Bible. But, you know, pop off, I guess. Never tell people who like the Bible, never tell religious people how what they're doing is against the Bible. They hate it. Is she saying rock the mic? She absolutely is. That's hilarious. What? Well, the one that's showing up at the moment is, again, I don't think I can talk about some of them without getting, like, demonetized. I say as if I'm monetized. I'm not monetized. No one pays me anything. Is it time for me to say that I actually really don't like the bullet-seeking mechanic in this game? I really don't like it. I think, as a mechanic, bullets at home to where you are, but just slightly delayed, needs to kind of be written out of the game dev lexicon, I think. I think it's just really bad, honestly. I think it's really bad, and I think we've done it enough times, and we're not... It's not adding anything to any game to have it, I think. I just forget Breath of the Wild. It was freaking the N games. Remember the Flash game, like N Ninja, where it had like 100 levels. They were all like Meat Boy level hard. Good. Fuck me, I guess. Oh, of course you're not gonna bring me back to where I actually fell off. No, that would be too logical. And no, I think about it. These also existed in Super Meat Boy. Did you see there's a new Meat Boy game coming soon and it doesn't look awful like the last one? Because they sold the rights to Super Meat Boy. Because Edmund was like, I don't really want to do anything with this ever again. So he sold the rights. Fair enough. Oh, to be in that position to be able to do that at some point. You know what I mean? The one they made at first was just awful. It was this auto runner. And auto runners have never been good. I don't care if you like that one musical game. Nah, man. That's also bad. Auto runners are just not very good games, I think. The new one is like, kind of looks like it plays like this game. It looks like a really smooth, fast-paced 3D platformer. which honestly might have collectathon elements. I wouldn't be surprised. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. I'm not like big boy excited, but I'm like medium boy excited to play that when it goes on sale in a while, if it's got cromulent reviews.
What an adventure!
This level just keeps on going. Who was me saying I thought this would be a short level? Just keeps on fucking going, huh? Then again, I do keep on going to secret areas. So I actually can't judge the game. I'm the one extending the length of this level by wandering. Okay, that's the way of progress. It doesn't look like there's anything here. There's big suction orb there. No, I already... Okay, no, we don't want to do that. We've already done that. I was confused. I was about to do a gamer mistake. Don't you know gamers never make mistakes? We just level up. You know, something like that. Oh, thank God, I was looking for a houseling. Architectone. Honestly, I think I might call it here. I'm kind of tempted to go and, like, do this boss. But I think I'll leave this area and, like, this area to do next time. Because we've been very, very sleepy today. So I'm not going to push it. I'm going to let myself be sleepy. I'm going to let myself be EP. Let myself be DP. I'm going to go and chill. So I'm going to see you next time.